In a surprising and dramatic turn of events, Keir Starmer has announced his resignation as leader of the Labour Party, bringing his tenure to an end just months before the critical 2025 general election. His decision follows a prolonged period of internal discord, with growing dissatisfaction among MPs over his leadership, particularly regarding his contentious policy choices. Since taking over in 2020 with a pledge to rebuild and modernise Labour, Starmer has faced increasing opposition on key issues such as welfare reform, immigration, and economic policy. His proposal to cut welfare benefits, designed to demonstrate fiscal responsibility, was met with fierce resistance from Labour's traditional working-class supporters. Critics within the party warned that such cuts would disproportionately affect society's most vulnerable, undermining Labour's core principles of social justice and advocacy for the disadvantaged. "I believe stepping aside is in the best interest of the Labour Party and the country," Starmer stated in his resignation announcement. "While I have always sought to lead with integrity, it has become clear that my leadership no longer aligns with the party's direction or the needs of its members." The breaking point for Starmer came as internal pressure mounted, with prominent figures, including members of his shadow cabinet, publicly opposing his policies. Many accused him of straying too far from Labour's progressive roots in an attempt to court centrist and right-leaning voters. Once loyal MPs began to withdraw their support, and his efforts to suppress internal dissent only deepened the divisions within the party. Starmer's stance on immigration further fueled controversy. His introduction of a new immigration bill, seen by many as alienating vulnerable migrant communities, led to a major rift in the party, with 74 Labour MPs rebelling against the measure. This internal discord further eroded confidence in his leadership. Beyond welfare and immigration, Starmer's economic strategy also came under fire. Labour insiders and economic analysts expressed concern over the party's lack of a clear plan to address Britain's financial challenges, including the looming threat of tariffs on British steel and rising unemployment. Many questioned whether Starmer and his shadow chancellor, Rachel Reeves, had the vision necessary to navigate the country through an economic crisis. With his resignation, Labour enters a period of uncertainty. Deputy Leader Angela Rayner will step in as acting leader while the party searches for a permanent replacement. Some members advocate for a return to Labour's traditional left-wing policies, while others push for a centrist approach. The timing of Starmer's departure puts Labour in a precarious position ahead of the 2025 general election, forcing the party to regroup quickly in an effort to mend internal fractures. Concerns are also growing over the potential loss of Labour's support base, particularly in key working-class constituencies. As the party struggles to define its identity after a tumultuous period, its ability to rebuild and unify will determine whether it can reassert itself as a dominant force in British politics. Starmer's resignation marks a defining moment for Labour, and the party's response to this crisis will shape its future, and the UK's political landscape, for years to come.